Hi guys, welcome to another 10-minute marketing tips. I'm Chris from Tree Frog Creative, and today we're going to be talking about search engine keywords. Now, keywords is probably one of the most commonly asked about areas of search engine optimization when we speak to customers. So I'm going to teach you three things today. I'm going to talk about the types of keywords that you can use in your search campaign, how to find the right suggestions for your keywords, and also at the end of the video I'm going to teach you one of the most common mistakes that people make, and this is something that will save you loads of time and money, so make sure you watch till the end of the film. Okay, let's start off by looking at the different types of keywords that you can use in your search engine campaign. Now, the three main areas are short tail, long tail, and also question-based searches. Okay, let's start off by looking at short tail keywords. Now, these are the big boys of the SEO world. Typically, they're very general terms that have only got one or two words. So, for instance, it might be running shoes, accountant, property surveyor, it might be technical support, it could be kitchen appliances, cheap cooker hoods, anything like that. So just a general term that you'd search into Google. Typically, it's one of the main things that people will search for. It'll have a lot of traffic, but unsurprisingly, there'll be a lot of competition for those keywords. Next is long tail keywords. Now, long tail keywords, again as the name suggests, is a longer phrase that you type into the search engines. Typically these are more descriptive and a little bit more niche, so there's less people searching for them, but they're usually easier to work with. So some examples of a long tail keyword might be regional. So if you're an accountant, it might be accountant Chester, IT support Liverpool, belly dancer London, what have you. What you do have to understand about long tail keywords is how much traffic is associated with each term, because it does tend to fluctuate a lot more than with the short tail keywords. The last group is question-based searches. So especially if you're dealing with people of 50 plus, question-based searches are really good, because as younger people will tend to put in abbreviated terms, people of an older generation will put stuff in either a sentence or a question. Another great use for question-based searches is if you're in the information industry. If you solve a problem or you solve a specific issue, then question-based searches are really good. Don't get me wrong, question-based searches won't bring in as much traffic as short tail or long tail keywords, and it definitely shouldn't be the focus of your search engine campaign. But to be honest, a lot of people forget about them, so the competition tends to be quite low. So have a look, do a bit of research, and you never know, you might find something that will bring you a bit more traffic. Right, well that brings us nicely into our next section, which is keyword suggestions. Now again, as I've said before, I'm not looking to do a load of geeky stuff. I'm not going to look at industry software, anything like that. This is just something that you can do with you, your computer, and the internet. So open up your internet browser, go onto Google, and basically just start typing a key phrase that you think sounds about right. And what will happen is you'll get a drop down menu straight underneath before you're finished with lots of different suggestions and similar key phrases to what you're typing. So a really good start is just write some of those down or type them into a spreadsheet or whatever it is that you want to do. It's important not to be too picky at this point. Just go for it. Anything that's right, stick it in there, stick it in the spreadsheet, we'll filter them out later. Once you've done that with a few keywords that sound about right, what you can then do to get a few extra is to scroll down to the bottom of the page, and you've got your searches related to at the bottom. And again, this just gives you some more ideas that you can just stick into that spreadsheet. And again, don't be too picky, we'll filter them out later. Right then, now that we've got our list of general keywords and our suggestions of key phrases that Google's made, now what we're going to do is dig a little bit deeper and also find out how much traffic each of those keywords gets. Because again, there's no point doing SEO around it if it's not getting any traffic. So to do this, we're going to use Google Keyword Tools. Now, I'm not going to do a full step-by-step of how to do this because we've only got 10 minutes. And quite frankly, there's already a flood of videos on YouTube on how to do Google Keyword Tools. You put in your general search terms, ask for suggestions, and what it will do, it will give you loads and loads and loads of suggestions based around what you've put in, and it will tell you exactly how many people are searching for that each month. Now the beauty of this is that sometimes it'll bring up suggestions that you really hadn't thought of, and also there'll be some search terms in there that you were dead certain were the ones that were going to bring you the loads of traffic, and they're only getting 10 searches a month. Okay, so I hope you found this useful so far. We've looked at the types of keywords that you can use in your campaign and the differences between them. We've also looked at how to find suggested keywords and how to understand how many people are searching for that each month. Now, as promised, I'm going to talk about now something that a lot of people miss out, and that is the context of their keywords. It's only a small thing, but it can make a huge difference. So to share a little story with you, we were doing some search engine optimization for an online sweet shop, and we did the keyword research, we did the competitor research, and all the process that we go through in-house. And she came to me at the end and she said, well, I've spoken to my mate down the pub, which tends to happen quite a lot. I've spoken to my mate and he said that mince gets nearly 40,000 searches and it's a low competition keyword. Why aren't we going for that? Which is a good question, I suppose. But here's the thing, mince also is an economic term for the combined economies of Mexico, Indonesia, Nigeria and Turkey. Mince. You've also got the Royal Mint. There's also a ministry school in America called Mint. So although it's 40,000 searches, there weren't 40,000 people looking for fresher breath, and there definitely wasn't 40,000 people looking for classic sweets, which is what she was selling. So although we'd sort of looked at doing the long tail versions of those, we're going to get more of the relevant kind of traffic that she's after. So when you find a keyword, I would always recommend, and this is especially after you've gone through Google keyword tools, just go and type each keyword or key phrase into Google and just see what kind of results are coming up, because sometimes you'll get multiple meanings for keywords. We once had a company, slightly different, but we once had a company called BT Performance, who came to us and said, we're not even appearing on Google for our company name. And I said, well, of course not, because BT Performance is a keyword that's commonly used for people who are testing the broadband and phone lines for BT. And off the back of that, then they've got all the other IT providers searching for that, competing for that search term, so that they can then get work off BT. So although it was a namesake term and should have been really easy, because there was that crossover, they'd come into trouble. So really take some time to understand what other context your keywords might come into. Right, well, I hope this has been useful. We'll be doing another video next week. I've not decided what that's going to be yet, so that'll be a surprise for you. So check back next Wednesday and we'll have the next video up for you then. Remember, you can always post questions in the comments section. Make sure you subscribe, and you can find loads more information about this stuff at treefrogcreative.co.uk.